Good afternoon from New York. Today, anger and violence in politics needs more than just words. Healing minds and hearts and kinder, wiser laws. Well, I've said it. uh, just need to add a little detail, right? Well, as you know, this channel is about echoing love. It's about the love flow. It's about communicating empathy and awareness in all our communications, political or any other kind, and especially inside our own heads, our own minds. However you want to do that, work on it. The benefits of it can be extreme. As the news pours in, we're actually, yeah, in my experience, it's coming pretty quick um, versus the past, where we didn't know very much for quite a while. But the 20-year-old registered Republican who gave donation to a progressive uh, organization. Wow. This young man tried to kill one of our candidates for president. The backdrop to this is all of this rhetoric that we have going where we're so eager to punish something that I say is against the philosophy of this channel, against the teachings of Jesus. This country teaches it's Christian, live up to it. So, yeah. In fact, love is the central feature of religions. But the flaw in religion is to try and enforce the change in behavior with force. Usually means punishment, threat of it, so on. Disincentives are just fine. There should be consequences. However, the main aim is to heal minds and hearts. We can see that this 20-year-old young man was a lost soul. In school, it was reported by one of his classmates that he was, terribly abused and bullied all through school. That can breed a lot of resentment and confusion because it's not natural for us to assume hate toward ourselves. We were born to expect love. When that's going on in our schools, we need to fix that. We need to stop the bullying. That doesn't mean punishing the bullies. It means healing their minds. And there are ways out there that have been tested, things that help, emotional intelligence classes given in all public schools at every grade level, tailored for the conditions that the children are going through at each of their stages of development. This is one solution. They are also called social intelligence programs, lessons. Wow. You can see a lot of the rhetoric is a problem, but just because you've changed the rhetoric, doesn't mean that you've changed the underlying problem. The underlying problem is that we have too much of this punishment thing going on. We have a very mentally ill, sick man running for president. That's Trump. The other fellow, he's suffering from old age, but not so much that he isn't effective, right? This is what we're looking at. Let's have a healing approach to this, and let's be wise. I mean, that poor demented Trump, wouldn't have been in that situation had he been properly treated. And sometimes you have to do that in-house. So there are treatments for his kind of condition, and he should have been getting them. And before that, there were probably conditions in his childhood that could have been better. Now, the one who tried to kill him, no doubt fired up by some of his rhetoric going around. Well, I was pointing out that the attitude toward Trump, jailed him, and the kind of punishing attitude that was, I'm not for that. He might need to be detained and his motion restricted, or he might be put in a secure institution. But he should be treated for his problem with all the loving kindness that you can possibly give. That's the right thing to do for him, and the right thing to do for his family. Joe Biden wants to complete the job. And yes, he's getting older. I experienced these things that he seems to be experiencing at a much younger age. And bless his heart, you don't throw elderly people away. He wants to keep going, and if he can function, he should adequately, then that's fine. Actually, I have no problem voting for him because I have Kamala Harris waiting to take the reins in case poor Joe really does get to where he's just not capable. But he's very capable man. On the other hand, you have someone who needs emotional therapy. He needs it very badly. We have the people out there that can help him, but we just don't seem to have the spine to realize that our population as a whole needs a lot of emotional healing. And it takes a little bit of spine and guts to realize the necessity for mental health. Throughout life, people who need it, and they should be able to have it, and they shouldn't be persecuted because they get it. Probably the people who want to persecute them for that are people who need it more than they do. more than the ones that persecuted. So, yeah, that's science, this channel isn't trying to preach a religion. It's trying to preach to fulfill what religion want, which is love. And it takes the mystic approach, which is all about love, actually, introspection. And it needs loving introspection in our communications and loving communication in all areas of life. For instance, how often do we thank people who do a chore for us? When I'm in the hospital and I see people cleaning up the place, these people are saving lives. These people should be honored for what they're doing. And I try to make sure I give that honor to them when I get an appropriate opportunity. Constantly running around. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. You feel crazy. But thank the people who are helping you. Thank and understand that the unkindness is part of should not be enthroned in our legal system. Punishment should not be the goal. It should be healing of minds and hearts. That's what it should be. Protecting the society. Yeah. By the way, the real heroes in that whole event were the men protecting our candidate in the line of fire. I mean, wow. So let's not be overly critical of them. They missed something. But the idea there is to fix it. These guys were willing to give their last effort. Be safe, our democracy. That should be noted. The conspiracy theory is always involving seeing some devil in the works somewhere. Human beings who just don't care. That's usually not the case. People are people. Power does corrupt. And we need to put a check on that with our founding fathers in the United States. And I don't know about your country, but probably similar. Spoken. If created form the government that do tend to try to create a greater sense of democracy, greater opportunity for it, and for a wiser democracy that has laws that are kind and efficient. And give proper disincentives. You should have a disincentive to run a red light, and you should have to pay for that. You keep doing it, your driver's license needs to be revoked. And mental health needs to be addressed because there's some reason persons running red lights. It's because they are not very thoughtful. Thoughtfulness is part of love. Yeah. Let's be a little thoughtful. When you want to say harsh things about Trump, well, look at his son Barrett. That young man loves his dad. You know what's we don't need to be so harsh. What's wrong with us? We don't need to be harsh about things. But we do need to confront reality. And I've suggested some things that might help with the bullying. What are your suggestions? We'd love to hear them. Another thing is that we should not this proliferation of guns, this constant fearful kind of, as we said, devil in the works kind of a general attitude is harmful. You know, everybody running around, oh, hey, maybe a tank's going to come after you. Maybe you need to carry around a bazooka. You know, I mean, this gets a little ridiculous. You know, some protection for a young lady. We can debate about that. Proper use of a small firearm, legally purchased, and with a good evaluation of the person who's buying that gun. Um, should be allowed. So even if it, I don't know about conceal, it's something to think about. Whether a person should walk around with it concealed. We have it. And then again, you don't want to walk around with it so anybody can grab it. So but see, these are in the realm of peaceful debates. Okay, we can have peaceful debates about these subjects. Like how far along the pregnancy should go before you shouldn't be an abortion. I think we can all come to some kind of rational decision. But it shouldn't be trying to punish the doctors and the ladies who might need it to save their life. You just, we can have peaceful discussion. And yeah, and hey, what about the doctor and the woman making that decision? Again, devil in the works nonsense. People are somehow people. No, they're not. They sin. When Jesus sat amongst the disreputable people who become actually exemplary they had today, we would see them as needing mental health, emotional health. But some of the legalistic people of the town started asking, "What are you sitting around? Is something wrong with you?" He says, "Yeah." He says, "Yeah." Well, the healthy don't need a physician. It's the same. So we need more of that attitude. We can get through this. America has gotten through it before. But let's think about safer gun laws. Let's think about what we should do to make sure that children are safe in school, even from each other. I know it's kind of hard to believe, when you see all these cute kids, everything hurting to them. They do. They do. My brother used to say, well, it's so cool. Well, we can fix that. You teach them about it. You teach them, you can learn empathy from the very beginning of our lives. We should be learning empathy. To the degree that we can accomplish. For people who cannot, that needs to they can be dealt with in a variety of ways. But for those who can, well, it's a good idea. And the value of introspection, well, I have to point out that usually there are no religious wars between mystics. Usually, mystics are about an experience. There's no conflict between science and faith if you understand that you don't go around saying something's a fact unless you have evidence to back it up. That goes into our problems with the media. Why don't we have fact checking in the debates? Everything, right after the debater says something, there should be fact checking right then and there. And it should be a long enough debate that we can really get a grip on how we stand up. A boxing match is longer than these debates. Not deciding who you'd rather have a beer or a coffee. It's about someone going to be helping to run the country and hopefully helping and not trying to be a dictator. That's the sickness of the mind. Power corrupts. And people who crave power and wealth, they love it for its own sake. That's kind of a spiritual illness. And why do I say that? Jesus said, the love of money or mammon is the root of all evil. Well, it's about greed. Greed comes about because of trauma. We keep talking. Trauma is when you're helpless to get certain needs met. Your anxiety is so high that your body and your brain get together. They show you another way to filter that impact. And that filtering involves symbolizing the desperate needs and the conditions which that deprivation occurred, whether it was outright violence or whether it was neglect, whatever it was. And so that symbolic replacement, which is nobody's fault, with the brain. So that was at the root of everything because you can't find association with the symbol of something. It is not even really a need in it. It's a cost. That's crazy, right? So, yeah, we can fix all this. And when it comes to voting, try to put the person that shows the greatest there. And remember that democracy is in democratic societies is where you have civil rights, individual rights. By the way, healthcare, emotional, otherwise, should be paid for by taxes. Everybody should get their share to make sure that we have healthcare for everyone. That's a human right. And food is a human right. Housing is a human right. We got to take care of the problem. We have veterans in the street. That is not something that we can be proud of. We should be deeply ashamed. So, this is how this needs to work. I don't care whether you're on the center right or the center left. I want you to start being a loving person. That's what's going on. We need love. Love is all you need, it's being said. Well, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, but want is not all. That could be greed. How do you know whether it's, a part of the sickness that you have to reflect. You have to go back and experience and unlearn the helplessness of incidences that were going to happen. And people have different approaches to that. It's EMDR, this and that. Well, find what works for you. And this channel presents some ways of going into your own mind, some what I call objective instinct. Having a little conversation with yourself, within yourself, having a daylight dream. Within your dreams, you're playing all the parts, aren't you? Your brain. Isn't your brain the real you? It's the part that makes the decision before we are aware that we made it. And they've proven this. So what is the brain? Well, it's obviously it's you, and it's your higher power. And it's the imaginer of all you imagine. Da-da. You don't have to believe in the supernatural to see that. And that perspective, when you take it, is able to envision your whole life story. It calls you to your higher virtues. If you put love on the throne, that inner artist, that imaginary world you imagine. There's your throne, sitting up above all that you experience, your whole timeline, sitting above. It sits above. Put love there. It communicates with you. It's you, but it's a higher you. It's the best Christian, Muslim, Jewish person, Buddhist that you can be, Hindu that you can be. Fill in the gaps. It's you. And you should enthrone love in that imaginary on you. And from that, you can create a daylight dream, which you can re-experience things in various ways that comfort you. And the thing that I point out is that you don't need to go after negative experiences directly. These things are going to come up when you have love coming from enough different perspectives. Why? Because love has to be with me. And if you come from different perspectives, it cuts out the fluff. It slowly wears away the symbolic fluff. It's really works away at it. And then if there's something negative there, it may come up. If it's not, fantastic. You've had a perfect life. Yeah, you believe that happened in Empire State Building. So anyway, so if you're a fan of this this movement, echo love. Be the hero of love. You want to be the hero of love, the story of your life, which means that you have your drama. And the drama doesn't have you. Right now, there are too many people with fear and the drama as a fan. You need to put love on the throne, folks. Do it however you want. Do it. And again, if you're a fan of this team, it's helping you bring you these messages. Well, subscribe. Try to be part of the team. We welcome you from whatever part of the world you are in. Because it's not just a problem in the United States here, this last horrible event. It's a problem, not enough love. That's worldwide. That's worldwide. Yeah. And democracy must be defended. Full stop. Because that's the love can grow. That's where empathy and awareness can grow. So real love growing. Otherwise, the right things aren't going to grow. Going to salt your fields. So, yeah, try to create that fertile ground. You try to be more peaceful. Let's try not to be hateful. In the moments that you're first hurt, you might rush. Be on top of it. Especially for things. And let's heal hearts and minds, not just here in the United States, but around the world. Wherever you are, join the team. Subscribe to the channel. If we can do more of this, have more voices, and share videos that you like. Don't share the ones you don't like. Share the videos you like that we present. And perhaps make it better. Make it just that much better. That much less painful. That much less. You know, you can't. I like to give my Irish blessing. It's be almost a point of humor because I do it all the time. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your fields. The rain fall. Oh, I really got that wrong. See, there's a little Joe Biden in all of us. I put it to music, so I remember it better. So I better try singing it, right? Yeah. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rain falls soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand or her hand. It's however you see the source, the ultimate source. And I love to mention the great Carl Sagan because he said something so dear to my heart. And probably, if you think about it, it's true. We are the universe knowing itself. So see each other with great wonder. We're part of life. We're part of the world. All of us. Yeah. And in that sense, We are one. Let's try in that oneness, whether in your mind or in the world. So, there's word. It's used. I keep saying it's a word. So I misspoke again, little Joe and everybody. Little bit of trumpet, everybody, because he does the same thing. We old guys, we make a lot of mistakes. That doesn't mean we're stupid. Yeah, okay. Well, just a little slow and brain takes a little longer to. There's a greeting and a goodbye. It's used in India. That means what Carl Sagan said. It's namaste. So make a better day. You, namaste, y'all.